slip and slide. I play nice, but I draw a line. Staying on you like you on my mind. And I don't really usually trip too much, but with your kind of stuff, and such, I don't really go Dutch on my emotion. I give it to you straight, no caution. And I just gotta let you know.
Slipping on this body's trying to sway you. I feel it when it's only you. You know I gotta tend to keep it playing. Turn it on tonight. Turn it on tonight. All night. Slipping on these waters trying to sway you. Feel it when it's only you. Know I gotta tend to keep it playing. Turn it on tonight. Turn it on tonight. Turn it on, turn it on. You got me turning on. You got me on, turning on. Oh, yo. Turn it on, turn it on. You got me turning on. Turn it on, turn it on. Oh, yo. Turn it on, turn it on. You got me turning on. You got me on, turn it on. Oh, yo. Turn it on, turn it on. You got me turning on. Turn it on, turn it on.
This wild curse, it's got me feeling like it's gonna hurt. I don't really know, you got me spinning from my head to toe. This wild curse, say ever ever to make this life work. It's got me shot to the bone, got me feeling alone, got me ten to go. Sharp breath, not knowing how we got the cross paths. It's like I got inside, makes me feel alive, puts the tears aside. Where have you been? Can you feel it? Can you feel it like it's burning away? Where have you been? Can you feel it? Can you feel it like it's burning away? Wild curse, where have you been? Where have you been? Wild curse, wild curse, can you feel it like it's burning away? Where have you been? Can you feel it? Can you feel it like it's burning away?
You're listening to the Kindness Revolution show here on CCAN Radio. I'm your host, Gavin the Brit, and welcome to Motivational Mondays, where today we're looking at if kindness really matters, and not just in a sense of sort of like as a slogan, as a brand, or whatever it is. But like in a matter in the world where it seems to reward noise, speed, cynicism, ego, and whoever can say the nastiest thing with the most confidence. So, like I said at the beginning of the show, and I'm very sorry for any of you trying to tune in on YouTube, having some issues with OBS right now. Not entirely sure why it can't actually see the show. It is not loading on YouTube, but I'll deal with that. You can still listen to us at ccnradio.ca. This show will still be uploaded live afterwards because I was smart enough to hit the record button too. Yeah. Right. So across the next couple of hours, I want to explore what kindness actually is, why people so often mistake it for weakness, why it still matters a lot more than people want to admit, and why a better culture begins long before laws, systems, or speeches. It begins in behavior, in choices, in our tone, in what we do when nobody's forcing us to care. So whether you're listening at home, driving, working, cooking, or pretending to answer emails while spiritually elsewhere, welcome. Always nice to have you here. This is the Kindness Revolution show, and yeah, we're going to get this whole week set up nicely. And so, yeah, if you have any questions or opinions, you can email me, connect@ccnradio.ca, or find me on social media at CCN Radio or at the Kindness Revolution show. So before we get into 15 minutes of non-stop music, before we go deeper, let's set the room a little for today. And while the music rolls, is something you can sit with. A lot of people think cynicism sounds intelligent. It often doesn't. It sounds tired in a clever jacket. Tonight isn't about pretending the world is perfect. It's clearly not. This is about asking whether becoming colder actually makes us wiser. And one more thought before the next track. There is a big difference between being kind and being naive. Kindness doesn't not mean you have zero standards. It does not mean you let people walk all over you. And it does not mean you agree with everything, excuse everything, or smile through nonsense like a customer service saint in a cardigan. Sometimes kindness is patience. Sometimes kindness is honesty. Sometimes kindness is a boundary delivered without contempt. And so that's where we are headed tonight. Yeah, a lot to unpack, but we got 3 hours and a whole lot of epic music. Obviously, all of your favorite things to come, as you know and love on this show. Up at 5:30, we will have Good News, where I'll be sharing some enlightening and entertaining and inspiring good news articles, because there's so much doom and gloom out there in the world. You definitely want some uplifting, inspiring stories, especially on a Monday. Then at 5:45, we'll do the events guide, where I go to do Toronto on Instagram, where they've got the whole week planned out for you. So we'll do that. And then coming up at the top of the hour, we will have the TKR Spotlight Artist of the Day. And who is that, I hear you say? I'm not telling you just yet. You're going to have to stick around and find out. And then obviously at the 7 o'clock hour, we head on into our meat and potatoes, as it were, for Read It, Read It, Thread It. It's coming up now to 1:15 the hour. It's a balmy 4 degrees and sunny here in Toronto, and I'm missing a fence, but it's fine. Someone is coming tomorrow to fix it. Yay! Okay, well, that's enough out of me for now. We get back into the music. This is Celeste with Tremors, kicking off 15 minutes non-stop music right here on CCAN Radio.
I embrace it like I should. My heart is racing, going crazy. Boy, your tremors get me good.
When the fever starts to grow, so I let it flow. And my mind is blowing, knowing we ain't ever slowing down. And the fever starts to break, so I let it shake. Can we do it all again? Oh baby,
I just can't wait.
I feel the groove, I lose myself, self-lately. You hear the rumble in my soul. Just like fusion, make me melt my baby. You got me losing all control. You give me damage,
Wanna do
the fever starts to grow, I just let it flow. And my mind is blowing, no, and we keep spinning round and round. And when the fever starts to break, then I like to shake. Can we do it all again? Let's do it all again. I feel the groove, I lose myself, baby. You hear the rumble in my soul. Just like a fuse and make me mad, like baby. You got me losing all control. You give me feeling,
Wanna do it on the dance floor.
I feel the groove, I lose myself, baby. You hear the rumble in my soul. Just like a fuse and make me mad, like baby. You got me losing all, you got me losing all control. You got me losing all control.
Except inside your mind, the damn thing changes all the time. Except inside your mind, 1 minute you are going for the next, you don't know who you are. The next, you don't know who you are. 1 minute ago, you were going far. The next, you don't know who you are. You're going back and forth, but nothing's changing. Going back and forth, but nothing's changing. We're going back and forth, but nothing's changing. We're going back and forth, but stay the same. Except inside your mind, the damn thing changes all the time. Except inside your mind, 1 minute you are going for the next, you don't know who you are. The next, you don't know who you are. 1 minute ago, you were going far. The next, you don't know who you are. You're going back and forth, but nothing's changing. Going back and forth, but nothing's changing. We're going back and forth, but nothing's changing. We're going back and forth, but stay the same.
this life. Think I'm strong enough to last the journey. Late at night I hear the cries. What about me and the baby in the bayou? What about me, the canter in the ride? What about she with that short skirt, standing on the red dirt? She just trying to get by. She just trying to survive. Now all these charlatans did by the people, we're all the same in so many ways. All we're trying to do is raise the children with some dignity and grace. What about me and the baby in the bayou? What about me, the canter in the ride? What about she with that short skirt, standing on the red dirt? She just trying to get by. She just trying to survive. And now that the storm is over, it's time to start anew. It ain't about me, it ain't about you. It's what we can do together. Oh, in this thing together, yeah. I see the children walking hand in hand, the greatest generation there's ever been. Humanity laced with destiny, huddled all together, became the sweetest scene. You and me, life and love, the best that we could be. What about me and the baby in the bayou? What about me, the canter in the ride? What about she with that short skirt, standing on the red dirt? She just trying to get by. She just trying to get by. She just trying to survive. The odds from the coast to Calais, all across the land. What about the baby? All alone.
You're listening to CCAN Radio. Your radio, your music, your choice.
Whisper in my ear, something I can't ignore. I had a feeling of concealing the blood on the floor. Try to cover it up, make everything look fine. Staying calm, but I can see the storm in your eyes. Is this how it always is? Overlooking the corruption, just follow instruction. Watch the production, ignore the gun against your head. Curtain falls, we tear down walls. Finally woke up when you heard my call. The truth of it all, they have failed to cover up. Taste poison in your cup. Taste poison in your cup. The hooch is in the air, don't know if you're aware. It fills the room, the scent of all the lies left unshared. If you're worrying now that we're on to you, might wanna watch you back. You never know who's knocking at the door. Is this how it always is? Overlooking the corruption, just follow instruction. Watch the production, ignore the gun against your head. The curtain falls, we tear down walls. Finally woke up when you heard my call. The truth of it all, they have failed to cover up. Taste poison in your cup. Taste poison in your cup. The curtain falls, we tear down walls. Finally woke up when you heard my call. The truth of it all, they have failed to cover up. Taste poison in your cup. Taste poison in your cup.
All I ever get so high on this house, still I ride. Oh, I might not ever come down. Oh, I might not ever. No cause for commotion, holy rolling. Got me second guessing, questioning my motives. Till my head screams, repeat after me. It only gets worse from here. And when the waves get rough, have your way with love. Push you, pull me around. Guess I'll see myself out, or it gets loud. Dang, that you're rid of me now. I'll be on my high horse. I might not ever come down on this high horse. Hold on, I'm waiting for too long. Tell me every time I reach. I'm waiting for too long. Take it all on me. Aiming for the stars, but you rip apart my heart like it was nothing. Yeah, nothing. Oh, be weary of those who are quick to cast stones. Cracks in the ground from behind glass homes. Have your way with me, take from me. But you pull me around. Guess I'll see myself out before we get loud. Dang, that you're rid of me now. I'll be on my high horse. Might not ever come down on this high horse. Hold on, I'm waiting for too long. Tell me every time I reach. I'm waiting for too long. Take it all on me. All I ever get so high on this house, still I ride.
the Kindness Revolution show here on CCAN Radio. I'm your host, Gavin the Brit, and that is High Horse. I like that one. Solid song. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Always a pleasure to have you. And we're finally now live again on YouTube. Turns out if you set things up on OBS and schedule 5 shows in advance, because I'm trying to be more prepared this time, OBS gets confused, tries to start live streaming all the things that you've done, and I don't know why, so just accept the fact that the show will be here at 5 o'clock every weekday, and the link on YouTube will be up every day. I'm going to delete the ones that are there today, and then we're going to fix that, and then I'm going to go to the forums and talk to some people who could maybe help me with OBS. So it's 5:32, which means it's time for one thing: good news. And the first bit of good news for you is little uplifting and inspiring here, little feline critter. Meet the Oxford Library cat, who's perfectly content being the unofficial mascot. For this hefty, long-haired cat, no amount of attention seems to be enough for this new public relations role. Named Isambard Kitten Brunel, after the famous British industrialist, the cat, called Izzy for short, makes a bus commute to Oxford University Library at Lady Margaret Hall alongside his owner, Jamie Fishwick Ford. Jamie is a librarian at the Hall, one of the colleges at Oxford, and began bringing Izzy to work 6 years ago. The fluffy Siberian forest cat spends most of his time relaxing in Jamie's office, only leaving when people want to pet him or when he's taken outside for some exercise. Izzy, now age 6, has quickly become a hit, with students gaining a loyal following and earning himself the unofficial mascot status at the college. Lots of people bring friends and family to meet him, and he's become a bit of an unofficial mascot. He even appears on some of our outreach team stickers, said Jamie, who has worked as a librarian at the college for 10 years, adding that the cat isn't allowed to roam freely, but officials allow his presence in the office and on the lawns. That is absolutely fantastic. I think more universities should have cute little mascots like that. Don't get me wrong, I like the people dressed up in regular mascot stuff. That's funny. But no, go to goodnewsnetwork.org. It's one of the articles there, and it is a very adorable looking, cat. What do you call it? What's wrong with me today? Okay, here's a good one. A study debunks myth of native Hawaiians brutishly causing bird extinctions. Challenging a 50-year-old narrative about Hawaii's native birds, a new study from the University of Hawaii at Manoa found no scientific evidence that indigenous people hunted water bird species to extinction. Published in the journal Ecosphere, the research debunks this long-held myth and offers a new integrated theory to explain the disappearances. It's not the first time that modern science has put forward new explanations for dramatic island declines, ones often attributed to the native peoples. Indeed, in 2024, Good News Network reported that scientists at the University of Copenhagen had brought to bear genetic testing to prove that natives of the Easter Island did not, in fact, chop down all the trees on their island to build their giant stone heads, leading to population collapse. In this new instance, the University of Hawaii authors suggests a new theory. The native Hawaiian birds died out because of a combination of climate change, invasive species, and changes in how the land was used, most of which happened either prior to Polynesian arrival or when the Europeans took over ownership of wild areas. Well done, Europeans. The study also noted that now endangered water birds were probably most abundant just before the Europeans arrived, when wetland management was a core aspect of native Hawaiian society. Very interesting, and it's nice to see that, well, they've debunked that myth, blaming people whose fault it wasn't. Very, very European. Right. Here's a good one. If you're worried about your personal data, Maryland is to become the first US state to ban surveillance pricing that charges more after mining personal data. Maryland is set to become the first US state to ban the surveillance pricing in grocery retail stores after legislature last week passed the Protection from Predatory Pricing Act. Also known as dynamic or personalized pricing, surveillance pricing is when a store charges different shoppers different prices for the same item at the same time based on something the store knows about them. Governor Westmore said he will sign the new bill into law, which stops larger retailers from using personal data to change the prices in real time while still allowing for promotional offers and loyalty program benefits. American consumers are subject to dynamic pricing millions of times a day when they are buying airline tickets online, using Uber, or ordering anything on Amazon. That is great news, and I'm going to stop the story there because I can vouch for the fact that it's not the Americans, just the Americans having this problem. If you go online right now, go to Google and look for a flight. Just look for a flight wherever it is, where let's say Toronto to Calgary, and go single, just one way, and look for it. But then just change the dates a couple of times and change the time of the flight a few times, and you'll notice you'll start losing those really, really cheap flights. What you have to do is delete your cookies, delete all of your web browsing data. Obviously, if you're doing this logged in, then there's no help for you. But if you're doing it as a guest and looking for these decent airline deals, make sure when you've been looking for a while, delete your browser history and your cookies before starting again, because it will remember that. And it'll be like, well, no, you had your chance at this deal, game over. So that is good news. Well done, Maryland. Maybe the rest of the world will take notes because it's getting a bit much for all of us. Going to play one or two more songs, and then we're going to do the TKR Entertainment Guide. This is Cold Feet, John Thelma.
It's 2 a.m. I'm lying wide awake, alone again. You didn't want to stay, wish you would come back. Wish I could settle you down and settle your doubts. Cause I'm not your past, I'm not like him. Girl, we're gonna last a whole lot longer. Where you think you're going, baby? You and your cold feet. You've been kinda distant lately. No way I'm gonna let you run away. I know you're scared, but it's okay. Honey, I'm waiting. So where you think you're going, baby? You and your cold feet. I think we both know it's self-sabotage. It's a pattern. You can't tell me it's not. You act like you don't care, but I ain't going nowhere. Cause I'm not your past, not like him. Girl, we're gonna last a whole lot longer. Where you think you're going, baby? You and your cold feet. You've been kinda distant lately. No way I'm gonna let you run away. I know you're scared, but it's okay. Honey, I'm waiting. So where you think you're going, baby? You and your cold feet. Where you going? Where you think you're going, babe? Where you going? Where you think you're going, babe? Where you think you're going, baby? You and your cold feet. You've been kinda distant lately. No way I'm gonna let you run away. I know you're scared, but it's okay. Oh, honey, I'm waiting. So where you think you're going, baby? You and your cold feet. Where you going? Where you think you're going, babe? Where you going? Where you think you're going, babe? Where you going? Where you think you're going, babe? Where you going? Where you think you're going, babe? I made so many mates tonight because I can't stop talking. The doorman only let me inside because I can't stop talking. This is my new best friend, but when the morning comes I'll never see them again. Oh mama, 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 I can't stop talking. Every night and every day, everybody listen, I got something to say. I can't stop talking. Ask them if they needed a hug because I can't stop talking. Don't
stop talking. Can't even talk, apparently. Can't stop talking. The Struts here on the Kindness Revolution show on CCAN Radio. Thank you so much for joining me. It is almost 6 o'clock in the evening here in Toronto. And good morning to our listeners in Australia who are just getting up on their Tuesday morning. That still throws me. I still can't get the thing right properly. But, okay, never mind. Let's go and find out what we've got for you today to do this week by going to Toronto. God, that's a mouthful. And you know what else is a mouthful? 1 litre Super Cup at Chai Time. Celebrate National Bubble Tea Month with Chai Time's fan favourite 1 litre Super Cup. For only $6, choose from apple mango tea or apple lychee tea, both served with green tea jelly. Add extra toppings for more fun and sip with friends. All Chai Time stores in Ontario and select stores in BC at $6 plus tax. So if you're thirsty, this week. And again, if you're hungry, thirsty, and just love food, then this is 100% for you. April 23rd, 6 till 9 p.m. is a sip, the ultimate tasting experience. Don't miss Toronto's newest must-attend tasting event. This exclusive one-day experience brings together over 100 producers of more than 500 wines, spirits, and sake from around the world for you to discover, all with your all-you-can-sip pass. That's table fare and social at CIBC Square, 81 Bay Street. That's from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m., April 23rd. Tickets are $125 a person, but if you use the code TODO20 at checkout, you will save 20%. Winning! What else have we got? Tonight, Demi Lovato's in town. Probably sold out. Tickets are $162, Scotiabank Arena. If you're looking for something like that. This looks fun. Breakfast with a Mermaid. A magical undersea experience featuring a breakfast buffet, live mermaid meet and greets, interactive storytelling, and full access to the aquarium for fun and educational family outing. That's Ripley's Aquarium of Canada, 288 Bremner Boulevard, April 25th at various times, and tickets are $82. Let's have a look. Oh, Lewis Capaldi is also in town, April 22nd. Tickets starting at $100. Also at the Scotiabank Arena. And if you're looking for some comedy, if I'm not funny enough, then this one is for you. April 25th at 8 p.m. Big in Toronto, the Second City. A comedy showcase featuring Toronto's most in-demand stand-up comedians delivering sharp, crowd-favourite sets as seen on CBC, Crave, Just for Laughs, and more. That's a Theatre 73, 110 Harbour Street, and tickets are $28.95. And that's all I've got for you today here on our entertainment guide. If you've got something you'd like to add to the entertainment guide, reach out to me, connect@ccnradio.ca, and you can also find me on social media at The Kindness Revolution Show or at CCN Radio, and we'll get your stuff into the events guide. Right, let's kind of get into it, because the reason I wanted Monday to begin here is because kindness kind of has a branding problem. It really does. The word itself has been kind of flattened a bit, sanded down, turned into something that can sound decorative, like a nice accessory, like emotional parsley, perhaps oregano. Anyway, people hear kindness and sometimes imagine softness without a backbone, niceness without depth, agreeability, politeness, being pleasant, and avoiding friction. But real kindness is much more demanding than that. Real kindness asks things of you like whether you can remain decent when you're tired, whether you can stay fair when you're angry, whether you can tell the truth without trying to humiliate someone, whether you can disagree without becoming cruel, and whether you can hold a line without losing your humanity. And that's not weakness, that's discipline, that's emotional strength, that's character under pressure. Because no one can be lovely when, because anybody could be lovely when everything's just perfect sunshine and roses. When you're rested, appreciated, fed, comfortable, validated, moisturized, spiritually aligned, having a good hair day, The test comes when life squeezes you by the gonads a little, or the equivalent gender fluid option that you want to choose. Because when you're stressed, when somebody's rude, when you're misunderstood, all of these things, that's when character shows. And one of the things I think modern culture gets wrong is that often mistakes harshness for intelligence. You see it everywhere. People assume that the person speaking with the most certainty must be the smartest. They assume that the most dismissive voice in the room is somehow the most serious, and they assume that if someone is gentle, patient, or measured, they must be weaker. Quite frankly, I don't buy that. In fact, I think some of the strongest people you'll ever met are the ones who know exactly how much damage they could do with their words and choose not to. And that really matters. It matters in your home, it matters in your friendships, leadership, art, media, business. It absolutely matters online, where half of the internet seems to wake up each morning and go, how can I misread something with confidence? So tonight is not a self-help poster. It's not a fake positivity. It's not just be nice without thought. It's kind of a deeper question. What kind of culture do we create when kindness is treated as an unserious and cruelty is treated as realism? Because I think that depends a lot on the answer. So let me throw out a few questions into the room, because this show works best when it feels like an actual shared space and conversation. Think about this one. What's the smallest act of kindness you remember in the last week? Not anything grand. Not someone carrying you down from a burning building while an orchestra swelled in the background. I mean, something small. I don't know, someone waited, someone defended you when you weren't there, someone gave you the time. They spoke gently when they could have been sharp. Those moments tend to stay with people. And here's another question. Have you ever been mistaken for being weak because you were kind? Now, I feel like there's going to be a lot of different answers on that one, so we're going to give you some time. Obviously, any of the answers to these questions we're going to bring into the show later in Read It, Read It, Thread It, coming up at 7 o'clock. Coming up in 10 minutes, we have the TKR Spotlight Artist of the Day, and I'm still not telling you who. You're just going to have to wait to find out. We're going to get back now into the music here on the Kindness Revolution show, here on CCAN Radio. And let's do the Paper Millionaires. Yeah, Paper Millionaires by FKB.
We could be paper millionaires overnight, kicking at the dog and chase a light. Oh, oh. We could just take it in the promise shots. Talent don't make it when the market's hot. Oh, oh. They can take it away, take it away. When I'm with you, I don't care. We're not paper millionaires. Take it away, baby. Take it away. We are broke
Strip Club here on the Kindness Revolution show on CCAN Radio. I'm your host, Gavin the Brits. Thanks so much for joining me today. We're having a kind Monday. Well, I mean, we're always trying to have a kind Monday, but today, especially because it sets off the tone for our week. Now, we're coming up to the top of the hour, which means it's time for our TKR Spotlight Artist of the Day. And now, who is that, I hear you scream? Well, I will tell you right now. Her name is Amy Shark. I've come across a couple of sponsored ads on social media, and I've sat on it for a while, going through multiple ones, but I finally thought, you know what? It's time to share this artist with you as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to play 5 or 6 of her songs. She's got a couple of music videos as well. And starting next week, we are bringing back music videos to the YouTube channel. So if you've got a music video with one of your songs that you also want broadcast on the Kindness Revolution show, all you have to do is send me a link. Hello to Dr. Unknown, who said hello in the live chat on YouTube. Thanks very much for joining us, and everybody else who has joined us as well. Right, well, without rambling on too much, let's see what I can tell you about Amy Shark. So, after bursting onto the global music scene in 2016, Amy Shark's 6-time platinum single Adore put her on the map as Australia's most formidable songwriters. Amy has since released further multiple platinum singles, including I Said Hi and Everybody Rise. So, doing very well in Australia. But obviously in North America, it's obviously very difficult to break the continental divide with music. And I mean, even with Spotify and things, it is still quite difficult to make that massive leap. But hey, it's found me. I'm in North America, so she must be doing something right. She's absolutely crushing it in Australia. So for all the Aussies who are getting up and on about their Tuesday, which is very confusing for me, yeah, this is one of your own. Going to kick it off with the song Adore.
I'm just gonna stand with my back hanging off my left arm. I'm just gonna walk home kicking stones at parked cars. But I had a great night, 'cause you kept rubbing against my arm. I'm just gonna stand with my back hanging off my left arm. Give me a drink, I get drunk, I won't sip just so I can adore you. I want the entire street out of town just so I can be alone with you. Now go when you're ready, my head's getting heavy, pressed against your arm. I adore you. All of my money is spent on these nights just so we can hang out. Squeezing in and out of these dresses, I wanna be found by you. Found by you. Give me a drink, I get drunk, I won't sip just so I can adore you. I want the entire street out of town just so I can be alone with you. Now go when you're ready, my head's getting heavy, pressed against your arm. I adore you. I adore you. I kick the gutter in tight shorts, basketball courts. Watch me watch him talk to girls. I'm known as a right-hand slugger. Anybody else wanna touch my lover? Me a drink, I get drunk, I won't sip just so I can adore you.
You're listening to CCAN Radio. Your radio, your music, your choice.
I stand in the corner like a tired boxer, one hand on my cheekbone, one hand on the rope. And all my veins pump blood into my throat so I can hit the note, go do it all again. Tell them all I said hi. Tell them all I said hi. And I lay half awake thinking what's it gonna take for my moment to arrive, so sick and paralyzed. And I chew my gum on the left side of my mouth, wonder when I'll spit it out. Yeah, I'm just getting started. Tell them all I said hi. Hope you've been well. You've been asleep while I've been in hell. Tell them all I said hi. Have a nice day. I'll be just fine. Don't worry about me. Tell them all I said hi. Tell them all I said hi. Sitting in the corner like a tired boxer, one hand on my cheekbone, one hand on the rope. And all my veins pump blood into my throat so I can hit the note, go do it all again. Tell them all I said hi. Hope you've been well. You've been asleep while I've been in hell. Tell them all I said hi. Have a nice day. I'll be just fine. Don't worry about me. Tell them all I said hi. Tell them all I said hi. Lying on my side, watching time fly by, and I bet the whole world thought that I would give up today. Lying on my side, watching time fly by, and I bet the whole world thought that I would give up today. Lying on my side, watching time fly by, and I bet the whole world thought that I would give up today. Lying on my side, watching time fly by, and I bet the whole world thought that I would give up. Yeah, I bet the whole world thought that I would give up. Tell them all I said hi. Hope you've been well. You've been asleep while I've been in hell. Tell them all I said hi. Have a nice day. I'll be just fine. Don't worry about me. Tell them all I said hi.
You're listening to the Kindness Revolution show here on CCAN Radio. That is Amy Shark, our TKR Spotlight Artist of the Day. I Said Hi was the name of the track. Well, hello back to you. So one of the reasons I picked this artist is because I feel like it fits the spirit of tonight. Not because every lyric has the word kindness in it, like some motivational fridge magnet, but because there are some artists whose work just carries like this humanity, warmth, honesty, emotional intelligence in presence. I mean, that line in the song where it's lying on my side watching time go by, essentially that's very apt to a lot of people these days where they just struggle with daily existence just on their phones, doom scrolling. We've all been there. So it's nice to have one of these things, an artist who isn't just like noise and craziness, right? And that matters because art shapes an atmosphere. Media shapes behavior more than people admit. Song shapes memory, voices shape mood, stories shape what feels normal. And one of the quiet tragedies in modern media is that a lot of it is designed to grab attention without giving anything back. So when we find artists who make it work, feels human, feels connected, feels less like manipulation and more like communication, that's worth like pausing for. This is the kind of artist I describe as emotionally legible. Human in the work, not sterile, not over-processed, not trying to crush the listener under branding, strategy, and 12 layers of calculated cool. Just real enough to land. And that, to me, is part of kindness in art. Not sentimentalism, not false positivity, but sincerity, care. The willingness to make something that reaches people rather than performing above them and looking down. Because there's huge difference in art that says, look at me, versus I see you. So the second one lasts longer. So if we're framing this live, I'd say something like this. exactly what I just said, in fairness. And as you listen, the thing I invite you to notice, how does the work make space? How does it carry feeling? How does it avoid becoming fake? How does it remain human? Because honestly, that's what the Parts of the Kindness Revolution is about too. Not softness for the sake of image, not branding ourselves as good people in flattering light, but making things, saying things, building things, living in a way that doesn't strip the humanity out of the process. Okay, well, in the meantime, though, we're just going to mess her up. This is Amy Shark, the TKR Spotlight Artist of the Day.
It's the little white lies that keep us awake. It's the long drive home that makes people talk. It's the fear in our hearts that give us away. It's the playful fight in a swimming pool. I still think of you. Alright, I'm ready to shake things up, dear God. This is really gonna mess her up. And I keep on praying that I'm strong enough. It's a lot for love. It's a lot for love. It's the brush of my hand in a wide hallway. It's the long goodbyes that give us away. It's the song that comes on and it hurts the most. It's the kiss in the car and you hate yourself. But the high notes get the best of you. Alright, I'm ready to shake things up. Dear God, this is really gonna mess her up. And I keep on praying that I'm strong enough. It's a lot for love. It's a lot for love. Alright, I'm ready to shake things up. Dear God, this is really gonna mess her up. And I keep on praying that I'm strong enough. It's a lot for love. It's a lot for love. It's a lot for love. Some say that we'll be over before we've begun. And I can't let it be over. I gotta have one. Listen to you laugh like crazy. Time should make this easy. I'm ready to shake things up. Dear God, this is really gonna mess her up. And I keep on praying that I'm strong enough. It's a lot for love. It's a lot for love. Alright, I'm ready to shake things up. Dear God, this is really gonna mess her up. And I keep on praying that I'm strong enough. It's a lot for love. It's a lot for love. It's a lot for love. This is really gonna mess her up. This is really gonna mess her up. Caught in the moment, midnight. So bored, a little insecure, so tired of faking every laugh and having conversations that were empty. When unexpectedly I met your eyes across the room, they pulled me into somewhere new, and I never knew a pull so infinitely strong. Yeah. Say you'll stay, don't come and go like you do. Sway my way, yeah, I need to know.
Amy Shark and Rehab. TKR Spotlight Artist of the Day here on CCAN Radio. I'm your host, Gavin the Brit. Absolutely loving all of this music. Just more info on the artist for you here. You can find her on social media, Amy Shark. And you know you found the right one because she does have the blue verified tick. And there's something I'm going to be touching on about the verified checkmark and social media and scams this coming Thursday. But for now, the Australian indie pop singer-songwriter has been touring Australia with her acoustic Songs and Stories tour, which was expanded into December of 2025 of last year, featuring stops in New South Wales, Queensland, and South Australia. In Perth in November 23, she opened for Coldplay, and she judged the 2023 and 2024 seasons of Australian Idol. Her main hits have been Adore and I Said Hi, with the latter winning the APRA's Song of the Year. Born on May 14th, 1986. Oh, wow. 2 days after me. Same year. Amazing. In the Gold Coast of Queensland, she's won 8 ARIA Music Awards from 29 nominations. So she's doing very well for herself. And it's quite obvious because the music really kind of... You can tell there's a difference, isn't there? Some work's obviously like made to occupy attention. Some work's made to make people where they are. And when a song or voice or a piece of writing actually makes someone where they are, I think that's kind of generosity. Not weakness, but generosity. It says, I could posture, I could perform distance, I could hide behind irony, I could make this colder. But instead, I'm going to risk some sincerity. And that risk matters, especially now. Because irony is easy. Sneering, super easy. Detached coolness, easy. Vulnerability with craft, that's so much harder. And I think that's why artists matter so much to this conversation. They help train the emotional climate people live in. They normalize tone. They influence what feels possible between strangers. And if you want a kinder culture, you do need a kinder system, kinder leadership, kinder habits. But you also need better art, better media, better voices, better examples of what human expression could be when it isn't flattened into performance. So tonight's Artist Spotlight isn't a side quest, it belongs right in the middle of the theme, because culture is not only changed by policy, it's changed by tone, by story, mood, language, what gets celebrated, what gets copied. And if we keep rewarding emptiness, then emptiness scales. For example, stop rewarding that whole sea lion trend. It's filling up my feed, I didn't ask for it, nobody asked for it. And another thing, empty things, 6, 7, what? Nobody knows what it means. If we don't know what it means, stop it. It's empty. But if we spotlight human work, thoughtful work, honest work, work with care in it, then that scales too, and that's worth remembering. Right, well, enough of me ranting. Back into our TKR Spotlight Artist of the Day. Everybody rise. This is Amy Shark.
One day I'm just gonna walk up to you, say it how it is, I'm in love with you. Been thinking about this for a month or two. God help me, I've been so scared too. I'm gonna reach out, say hey. Been thinking about you all day. All these years I've been a ghost to you. Put your hands on me, they'll go straight through. I get it, I'm not in your league. Too hard, help me make it stop. God have mercy on me. Everybody, everybody rise for you. Everybody cries like I do. We all wonder what it's like to be with you. Everybody rise. Maybe it's better if I never know. Put my head down and just let it go. The world keeps spinning and the rivers flow while I scream all night into my pillow. I get it, I'm not in your league. Help me make it stop. God have mercy on me. Everybody rise for you. Everybody cries like I do. We all wonder what it's like to be with you. And now my heart's on fire when you push back your hair. And I love you from way over there. Everybody rise. wicked world. I'm just a little girl keeping my heart to myself when you could have had it all. We could have had it all. Take my whole life, better hold tight. Wanna fly away with you like a red kite. I just wanna know, gotta know what it's like to be with you. Everybody rise for you. Everybody cries like I do. We all wonder what it's like to be with you, with you. And now my heart's on the floor when you push back your hair, and I love you from way over there. Everybody rise. Yeah, everybody rise. And I hate to take off and land, so you hold my hand. And there's a man next to you with a killer view of New York. And somehow you manage to get me talking too much. Yeah, there's a rhythm. Yeah, there's a feeling. Oh, we've been kicking these words around too long. I had a feeling we were close to something big. A deep breath under a baseball cap. A one-way ticket to a heart attack. I'm all loved up in the morning, take me with you. And I'm all loved up in a world I can't explain. And it's gonna be tough, cause I got a few things to work through. And I'm all loved up in a world I can't explain. All loved up in a world I can't explain. All loved up in a world I can't explain. You talk about girls from the city that I've never met. I act like I know things I don't. I just like your voice. And I get you telling me everything. Yeah, there's a rhythm. Yeah, there's a feeling. We've been kicking these words around too long. I had a feeling we were close to something big. A deep breath under a baseball cap. A one-way ticket to a heart attack. I'm loved up in the morning, take me with you. And I'm all loved up in a world I can't explain. And it's gonna be tough, cause I got a few things to work through. And I'm all loved up in a world I can't explain. Loved up in a world I can't explain. All loved up in a world I can't explain. All loved up in a world I can't explain. Living in a small town way too long. Growing up, just wanna do something big. A deep breath under a baseball cap. A one-way ticket to a heart attack. All loved up in the morning, take me with you. And I'm all loved up in a world I can't explain. And it's gonna be tough, cause I got a few things to work through. And I'm all loved up in a world I can't explain. Loved up in a world I can't explain. All loved up in a world I can't explain.
You're listening to CCAN Radio. Your radio, your music, your choice.
I am actually just down the road from your house, and it's crazy. pretty, just not funny. Give it time, she's gonna choke. The revenge diet's kicking in under my leather coat. Does he love me? Does he not? I just wanna look hard. In the middle of our last fight, you went in to strike. It was only just a small bite. Didn't leave a mark, even with a head start. You're not over me yet, there's no way you are. And I wanted to be honest. I said that I love you and I know we made a promise. Then I made a playlist full of Gracie and Taylor. Wrote you a message but I sent it later. You are actually becoming just a little annoying. And it's been brought to my attention. You are fearful, avoidant. I'm in my apartment and I'd do anything to feel anything right now. I'm in my apartment and I am known as the girl who's too loud. In the middle of our last fight, you went in to strike. It was only just a small bite. Didn't leave a mark, even with a head start. You're not over me yet, there's no way you are. And I wanted to be honest. I said that I love you and I know we made a promise. Then I made a playlist full of Gracie and Taylor. Wrote you a message but I'll send it later. Found someone, but they're just someone. They're not the one, and I'm not no one. I know you very well, better than you know yourself. I still wish you the best, but you're still inside my head. In the middle of our last fight, you went in to strike. It was only just a small bite. Didn't leave a mark, even with a head start. You're not over me yet, there's no way you are. And I wanted to be honest. I said that I love you and I know we made a promise. Then I made a playlist full of Gracie and Taylor. Wrote you a message but I send it later. I am actually just down the road from your house. And it's crazy, it's the one place I'm no longer allowed.
That was absolutely phenomenal. Amy Shark, Our Last Fight, the TKR Spotlight Artist of the Day, here on the Kindness Revolution Show on CGAN Radio. I'm your host, Gavin the Brit. Thanks so much for joining me today. So I'm going to call this little next feature section Kindness Under Pressure. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Na-na-na-na-na. Yeah, sorry. Anyway, right, let's get to the heart of it, because this is where the whole conversation really gets real. Anyone can endorse kindness in theory. The test is pressure. And pressure reveals philosophy faster than speeches do. When people are comfortable, they can sound wonderful. When people are admired, they sound generous. When people are winning, they can sound balanced. But pressure reveals what's actually been built inside a person. So let's ask it plainly. What happens to kindness when life becomes inconvenient? What happens when you're tired, if somebody's rude to you, when you're not getting what you're deserved? What happens when you're in an argument and you know you could absolutely destroy the other person verbally and part of you is already halfway through the speech? That's where this lives. Because I don't think kindness is tested in the peaceful moments. I think it's proven in the tense ones. Take online life. Online, people are incredibly brave in the least impressive ways. A tiny disagreement appears, and within seconds, someone is acting like they're defending the final moral truth of the universe while actually just being obnoxious under fluorescent lighting. And what's striking is how quickly people slide from disagreement into contempt. Not, I think you're wrong, straight to you're worthless, dishonest, idiot, dangerous, embarrassing, finished, cooked, all of those adjectives. And it escalates fast. Why? Because pressure plus audience creates performance. And once people feel watched, they often stop trying to be right and start trying to win. And that changes tone immediately. And that's why kindness under pressure matters so much, because it asks, can you remain human when your ego is activated? Can you keep your standards without becoming vicious? Can you confront without humiliating? Defend yourself without losing yourself? And hold a boundary without turning it into theatre? And by the way, that's grown-up kindness. Not smiling through bad behavior, not pretending harm is fine, and not saying yes to everything until you become a haunted lampshade. No, real kindness sometimes says no. Real kindness sometimes says, I won't let you speak to me like that. Real kindness sometimes says, you're wrong and here's why. And sometimes it says, I forgive you, but that does not mean I hand you the keys again. And that matters. Because one of the greatest confusions in this area is people think kindness and boundaries are opposites. They're not. Often, boundary is the kindness part. It prevents resentment, rot, false peace, prevents the relationship becoming one long, silent hostage negotiation. So if you've ever thought, I want to be kind, but I don't want to be walked over, I think that's the answer, and good. You shouldn't want that. Kindness is not self-erasure. It's not permanent submission. It's not becoming endlessly available to people who mistake access for entitlement. It's kind of a strength with intention. And there it is again. And I think that phrase matters because intention changes everything. A harsh tone can sometimes come from panic. A soft tone can sometimes hide manipulation. A boundary can be loving. An apology can be fake. A compliment strategic. Criticism can be caring. So the real question is not only, was it nice, but what was it trying to do? Restore dignity, make truth bearable, help, dominate, punish, humiliate? And that's where moral intelligence lives. And I think that's one reason this Monday's shows matters at the start of the week, because if we can get clear on this now, everything else connects more honestly. Media integrity. It needs kindness or truth becomes cruelty. Creator culture, it needs kindness or everything becomes ego and extraction. Business, it needs kindness or people become disposable, and we all know that. Technology, it needs it. Or intelligence becomes detached from wisdom. And community, absolutely, or it just becomes merely proximity with branding. So here's the challenge I'd leave hanging as we move forward into the next part of the night. Where do you find kindness hardest? When you're rushed, hurt, online? When you're unseen? I mean, for me online, people have seen me respond to the outrageous and emotional twaddle from people online. You leave a comment and then people instantly start getting mean. I just respond in the kindest way I can. I need to say, hey, you don't get to talk to me like that, but I don't go on the aggressive attack. I just destroy them with logic. It's like, okay, you've said these things, none of which are true. Here's my honest, logical, kind response that says you're wrong, without calling you an idiot, even if you are. It's kind of that balance, right? How do you stop yourself crossing that line in those difficult moments of your life? And for me, I think that's where the revolution part begins. Not in slogans, but in practice. Not in an image, but behavior. And not in declaring yourself, oh, I'm a good person, I'm a wonderful person. It's in choosing repeatedly not to become cruel just because cruelty is an option. That's not small, that's not weak, and that's certainly not decorative. That's culture making, and that's why kindness matters, and that's why we're here doing what we do on the Kindness Revolution show, or at least attempting to. As long as we make you think at the end of the day, my work here is done. Well, no, that's not the only work I have to do, because the other work that I have to do is promote all this wonderful independent music, and I've got a ton more amazing new songs for you today. Coming up, we have Stuck on Planet Earth, Queen Anne, Oceanic and Capital Soiree, Willowbank Grove. But we're going to kick it off with A Flaw in the System by Elephants and the Stars. You're listening to the Kindness Revolution show here on CCAN Radio.
Clocked in, that you left for me. We all need attention. Can you carry the weight of all your deeds? It's not always easy to be the free bird. For that smile you'd have to pay. I lost myself somewhere along the way. Why can't I escape my pain? I need you when I'm falling down. If we went our separate ways, I know I'm lost without you. Why can't I escape this shame? There's darkness when you're not around. I'm lost in the morning rain. For that smile you'd have to pay.
I heard your confessions from the bottom of a bottle. You told me you live and learn your lessons. Writing words show me what not to be. It's not always easy to do the right thing when your heart feels such pain. I lost myself somewhere along the way.
Why can't I escape my pain? I need you when I'm falling down. If we went our separate ways, I know I'm lost without you. Why can't I escape this shame? There's darkness when you're not around. I'm lost in the morning rain. For that smile you'd have to pay. Cause I left myself back there.
I need you to find me.
Did it fail your expectations?
Did I leave you drifting in the breeze?
Cause I left myself back there.
I need you to find me.
Did it fail your expectations?
Did I leave you drifting
I'll show you
in
the
the
way I was raised before we act
need you to
out. I don't have to be the one to follow suit, cause I've lived your way till now. I'll show you the way I was raised before we act out. I don't have to be the one to follow suit, cause I've lived your way till now.
drifting in the breeze.
Why can't I escape my pain? I need you when I'm falling down. If we went our separate ways, I know I'm lost without you. Why can't I escape this shame? There's darkness when you're not around. I'm lost in the morning rain. For that smile you'd have to pay. Why can't I escape my pain? I need you when I'm falling down. If we went our separate ways, I know I'm lost without you. Why can't I
Willowbank Grove Redemption here on the Kindness Revolution show on CGAN Radio. I'm your host, Gavin the Brit. Thank you so much for joining us. It is 20 to 7 o'clock. And we're talking about kindness today because that's kind of one of those things that we do here on the Kindness Revolution show. And because kindness can become very abstract very quickly, I want to do one more thing before we get to read it, read it, thread it. And like once it becomes abstract, and once the word becomes abstract, people stop feeling responsible for it. It becomes a concept, a value, a nice idea. A framed sentence on a wall next to a plant that somehow survived for 3 years of emotional neglect. But kindness is not abstract. It lives in behavior. And I think that matters more to people than they often talk about kindness, as if it only counts when it's grand. It doesn't. In fact, most of kindness actually holds society together. You can't see. It's small. It's ordinary. It's not always glamorous enough to be noticed. It's the pause before your sharp reply. It's answering people properly instead of being dismissive. It's saying thank you and actually meaning it. It's showing up on time because somebody else's time matters too. And it's not making your stress another person's inheritance. That's real world kindness. And I think one of the reasons this matters so much is because culture is not built mainly in dramatic moments. It's built in repeated habits, tiny habits that become tone. And then tone becomes atmosphere, and atmosphere then in turn becomes culture. So if your workplace rewards contempt, sarcasm, ego, panic, and people talking over one another, that becomes the culture. If your home runs on impatience, defensiveness, scorekeeping, emotional drive-bys, that becomes the culture. If your online spaces reward humiliation, misreading, public performance, and a gotcha kind of behavior, that becomes culture. But the reverse obviously is true as well. Patience scales, fairness, good humor, listening, thoughtful correction, respect. And that's why kindness isn't small. Sometimes people say, well, being kind won't fix everything. No, of course it won't fix everything. Neither is being a giant ass. But one of those things at least gives the ground more fertility than when it found it. And I think that's part of the challenge. Not because perfection, not because of sainthood, not performing moral excellence as if your halo is due for a polishing, just asking, what do I add to a room? When I enter a conversation, do I add clarity or chaos? Steadiness or anxiety? Warmth or ego? Do I leave people feeling more human or more depleted? That's a real question. Because kindness isn't what you intend, it's also what you repeatedly produce. And that's where the real world side of this becomes a bit uncomfortable. Because most of us probably think of ourselves as decent people. And most of us, on a good day, are. But the sharper question is, are we still decent when we're interrupted? Contradicted, late, unappreciated, feeling invisible? That's where the answer lives. So as we move to Read It, Read It, Thread It tonight, coming up at 7 o'clock, kindness is not about becoming harmless. It's about becoming intentional. Not weaker, not quieter, not easier to ignore. Intentional in your words, your tone, your timing, in your standards, in your response to pressure. And with that, let's do what the internet does best. Take a perfectly reasonable question, drag it into public opinion, set it on fire and hit it round the face with a chair and see what survives at the end of it. We're going to get into 15 minutes of non-stop music here, taking us to the top of the hour for Read It, Read It, Thread It. And I'll tell you what, I'm your boy. This is Oceanic and Capital Soiree.
I think we can do anything.
Just zipped up my combat boots and I'm ready to kick it in a three-piece suit. Got an early morning and a later night, but I'm a little bit sick of being so polite. You say life is not a game, watch me win it. All the same, yeah, I hear trouble and just calling my name, 'cause life is too short to be tame. Make a little mess, have a little fun, drive a little fast, what's the really crash when the night is young? Think a little less, let's go on the run. We can do the most, raise another toast to the rising sun, and watch me win it. Watch me win it. My nails are fake, but my heart is in it. Take no prisoner, you know, I push way more flies with perfume than I do with vinegar. You say life is not a game, watch me win it. All the same, yeah, I hear trouble and she's calling my name, 'cause life is too short to be tame. Make a little mess, have a little fun, drive a little fast, what's the really crash when the night is young? Think a little less, let's go on the run. We can do the most, raise another toast to the rising sun. Live fast while the night is young. Bloody murder at the top of your lung. Your girlfriend's name on the tip of my tongue. Ignite in the light of the rising sun. Love affairs got me high strung. We can do it all till we come undone. And the night's only just begun, 'cause you know we don't stop for the rising sun. 'Cause life is too short to be tame. Don't stop for the rising sun. Watch me win it. Make a little mess, have a little fun, drive a little fast, what's the really crash when the night is young? Think a little less, let's go on the run. We can do the most, raise another toast to the rising sun. Don't stop to the rising sun. 'Cause life is too short to be tame. Don't stop to the rising sun. Watch me win it.
You're listening to CCAN Radio. Your radio, your music, your choice.
Don't want nothing serious, just along for the ride. Whatever the attraction, you don't wanna say goodnight. We've been waiting
You're listening to CCAN Radio. Your radio, your music, your choice.
Through the dark, a color show. One by one, we lift the veil. For the voices they dismiss. Lost in stories never told. The whispers of the past we can't hide. In shadows, the truth unfolds. Marching onward with the dreams anew. Dream toward a star.
Time now for Read It, Read It, Thread It. Good evening and welcome to the Kindness Revolution show here on CCAN Radio. I'm your host, Gavin the Brit, and it's time now to get a wee bit uncomfortable. So, welcome to Read It, Read It, Thread It, and tonight's big question is quite simple. If kindness matters, why does cynicism often look smarter, stronger, and more rewarded? And I want to start with something I think a lot of people have felt. Why is kindness so often mistaken for weakness? Why do calm people get underestimated? Fair people get tested? Why do patient people get assumed to be pushovers? And why does meanness so often get read as intelligence? That fascinates me because culturally we do this all the time. Someone is sharp, dismissive, cold, brutally certain, and suddenly people act like they must be profound, as if emotional abrasion is a substitute for insight. It isn't. Sometimes it's perception, yes, but often it's just harshness with better branding. And I think part of the confusion is that confidence is easy to mistake for truth, especially when it's dressed as toughness. A person says something with no warmth, no hesitation, no humility, and people think, now there's someone serious. But real strength, to me, is not domination, it's self-command. It's the ability to stay measured when you're annoyed, to stay fair when you could be cruel, to stay grounded without turning your personality into a concrete bollard. That's much harder. Aggression is available to almost everybody. And restraint takes so much more. And kind people are often exercising restraint. And that's why they get misread. Cruelty performs well, kindness often works quietly. Now, obviously, where am I getting all these thoughts or these ideas from? Well, from Reddit. I go over to Reddit and I trundle on over there and I wade through some of the chaff to find those gems, right? One Reddit comment says, people confuse kindness with compliance. The second you say no, they act shocked. And that is bang on. A lot of people are perfectly happy with your kindness right up until it includes a boundary. Another comment here. I've noticed the rudest person in the room is often treated like the smartest, even when they're just louder. Yeah, exactly. Loud certainly gets mistaken for depth all the time, not because it's deeper, because it arrives with theatrical confidence. And a third one here, being kind gets you tested, being mean gets you left alone. I think that one stings a lot for people. It feels true, which says something bleak about how some environments are wired. Now, I've had some comments and emails in throughout the show. I got a comment here from Jamie from Hamilton. People used to think I was weak because I stayed calm at work. Then one day I pushed back properly and they realized calm wasn't the same thing as soft. That's it right there. Calm is often mistaken for surrender when really it can be control. I got a message from D via the chat at ccmradio.ca. If you go to the website, there's a little chat bot. Just type it in, boom, gets sent straight to my email. She says, kindness has cost me sometimes, but I still sleep better being a decent than winning by becoming nasty. I salute you, D. That's a great attitude to carry through life. And this one, Marcus from Scarborough. I think people respect force first, character later, if ever. And I mean, that feels painfully accurate in some spaces. So maybe that's the tension. Kindness is often underestimated in the short term because it does not advertise itself properly. But over time, character tends to outlast performance. And that's why this matters. Because if society repeatedly mistakes cruelty for strength and starts rewarding the wrong traits, and people start armoring themselves long before they need to, but if kindness is misunderstood in real life, online, it gets even messier. So, let's go there. But we'll play some music first, just to let you take in everything that's said. But in the grand scheme of things, days are forgotten. This is Kasabian.
Hey son, I'm looking forwards. You're aiming backwards. Of this I'm sure. Have you had enough? Are you feeling rough? Got your skull hurt? Well, if it's war. 'Cause I am taking back what's mine. I am taking back the times. You may call it suicide, but I'm being born again. I'm waiting for someone or something to take me over. Days I forgot. Now it's all over. Simply forgotten how to disappear. Hombre, I got bloodlust, feeding you bread crust. I leave no scar. You say I'm old hat, a fucking dirty rat. Call me a cliche, how that you are. 'Cause I am with the vagabonds. I am righting all your wrongs. You may call it suicide, but I'm being born again. I'm waiting for someone or something to take me over. Days I forgot. Now it's all over. Simply forgotten how to disappear. Days I forgotten. Now it's all over. Simply forgotten how to disappear. I saw something out there on the dark star. You was at home, chewing a monkey brain.
We already did a tremendous amount.
Smoking cowboy kills in the morning sun. You and me turns it worth chosen one. Can't stop moving and you won't stop talking. Too drunk to drive, looks like we'll be walking. We burned through the bills, but we still got credit. If we stop right now, I think we're gonna regret it. Only a couple more miles down about his place. Sleep for now, but it ain't gonna take you and me. We're gonna live forever. You and
Undefeated Eddie and the Dirty Boys here on the Kindness Revolution show on CCAN Radio. I'm your host, Gavin the Brit, and we're doing Read It, Read It, Thread It, as we always do at this time of day. So, what I plan to do now, ladies and gentlemen, is basically take this next question and throw it directly into the digital wood chipper. And that question: can kindness survive the internet? Not as a slogan or as a profile bio, not as something people claim to value right before writing "educate yourself" like they're a disappointed headmistress of the Wi-Fi. I mean, actually survive. Can kindness survive speed? Can it survive public performance? Can it survive pylons, quote tweets, dunks, clout-chasing moral outrage, sarcasm as a personality substitute, and that strange online habit where people read one sentence and immediately decide they know your politics, your soul, your childhood wounds, your tax bracket, and your likely opinion on soup? Because the internet is a strange place. It can be generous, funny, clever, supportive, informative, creative, weird in a good way, weird in a deeply cursed way, and occasionally make you feel like humanity is still salvageable. And then within 45 seconds, you can watch a perfectly ordinary disagreement turn into a gladiator contest between people with anime avatars and no sense of proportion. That's the tension. The internet is one of the greatest tools for connecting human beings that we've ever built. And also one of the fastest systems ever designed for rewarding emotional overreaction. And that's not ideal. And I think one of the biggest reasons kindness struggles online is structural. Not just moral, but structural. Because the architecture often rewards reaction before reflection. Fast takes outperform careful ones. Certainty outperforms nuance. Confidence outperforms humility. Outrage outperforms patience. And humiliation very often outperforms understanding. Because if the system keeps rewarding speed, then slowness starts to feel weak. If the system rewards mockery, then kindness starts to feel insufficient. And if the system rewards moral theatre, then actual moral seriousness starts to look boring. And that's dangerous, because kindness usually needs one thing the internet is constantly trying to take away from you: pause. Kindness often begins in the pause. The pause before assuming the worst, before replying, before escalating. The pause before you ask, what did this person actually mean, instead of, what is the most satisfying public misreading of this I can produce immediately? That pause is precious. And online, it's under siege. Because everything is designed to keep you moving, reacting, refreshing, judging, performing, posting before thinking, because you think if you wait too long, someone else might get there first, and then how will the world know you had the correct tone at the correct time? That pressure changes people, and it turns conversation into performance. And once a conversation becomes performance, the point often stops being understanding and starts being social positioning. Who looked smartest? Who got the joke off first? Who sounded morally certain? Who got applause? Who got screenshotted? Who got to stand in the middle of the digital town square, dramatically pointing at someone and yelling, this is the problem. And the thing is, sometimes criticism online is fair. Sometimes people do need to push back. Sometimes harmful things are said. Sometimes public behavior deserves a public response. That's all true. But one of the biggest problems is that correction and cruelty can often start looking very similar, and then even drift closer once the crowd arrives. And that's where pylons become so ugly. One person says something wrong, clumsy, selfish, ill-informed, maybe offensive, or maybe just poorly worded. And fair enough. Someone responds, then another one does, then 10, then 50, then suddenly the people were not emotionally, morally, and intellectually necessary to the exchange are parachuting in because there's blood in the water and apparently we're all amateur sharks. And that's part that should make you feel uneasy. Because once punishment becomes participatory entertainment, sincerity gets corrupted. People tell themselves they're defending standards, and maybe they are. But are they also enjoying the humiliation? Are they also attracted to the social reward of being seen on the correct side? Are they also using moral language as cleaner wrapper for old human appetites, dominance, status, exclusion, spectacle? And if we can't admit that, we're not being honest about the internet at all. Obviously, then there's sarcasm. Now, I enjoy sarcasm. I'm not here to outlaw wit and send everyone off to communicate like emotionally cautious porridge, but sarcasm online often becomes a shield against seriousness. People would rather look clever than be clear. They'd rather look superior than useful. And they'd rather humiliate than persuade. Why? Because persuasion is work, humiliation is quick, and the internet loves quick. You also see this performative compassion, which is one of the oddest features of modern online culture. People speak the language of care while embodying absolutely none of its discipline. They use the right words, they strike the right poses, they perform concern in public. But, sorry, I just got a message in here and I got distracted. But it's underneath it all, it's contempt, ego, and social calculation. And that's worth noticing because kindness is not the same thing as sounding morally updated. Kindness has texture, it has humanity, it has proportion, it has restraint, has the willingness to remember that the person on the other side of the screen is still a person, even when they're wrong, annoying, careless, overconfident, or catastrophically attached to a bad opinion. That's hard, especially online where people are flattened so quickly. A face becomes a take becomes a target becomes a symbol, and once someone becomes a symbol, empathy drains out of that exchange very quickly. It's one of the great dehumanizing tricks of internet culture. It reduces people to moments, then punishes them as if those moments were their entire being. And again, that doesn't mean never criticize. It means criticize like a human being, not like a mob with punctuation. Because if kindness is going to survive online, it won't survive by accident. It will survive because people choose to practice forms of strength that the platforms do not naturally reward. Restraint, proportion, curiosity, context, fairness, the willingness not to interfere with the worst immediately, and the willingness not to weaponize every disagreement into permanent identity warfare. And that matters. So that's not weakness, right? That is more moral steadiness in a space designed to make steadiness feel unnatural. So can kindness survive the internet? Yes, but not in the cheap version. Not as fake niceness, not as a bland agreement, not as everyone's valid, drifting sentimentally while buildings burn in the background. I mean real kindness. The kind that corrects without humiliating, that slows down before condemning, that knows not every error requires a firing squad with memes, and the kind that remembers that being right and being cruel are not the same thing. And maybe that's the question underneath all of this. Is social media making us sharper or just meaner? Are we becoming more articulate, or are we just practicing at turning every issue into a contest for moral dominance? Because if kindness is to survive the internet, it will need people willing to value humanity over performance. Now, obviously, Reddit. Great place to go and find some wild opinions. And on this question, the internet doesn't reward kindness. One Reddit user says it rewards timing and cruelty. And I mean, grim, dramatic, but not entirely wrong. Another comment said, I don't think social media made people mean. I think it made meanness visible and profitable. It's a sharp distinction, visible and profitable, and also quite a frightening combination there. Another comment here. Every app eventually becomes a competition to sound the most offended and the most clever at once. And I'm going to applause, but look at my face. It's showing concern for that, right? Because kind of true. So I've got a text message from one of my friends here. Thanks. I've had disagreements online that turned ugly in seconds, and half the people joining in clearly didn't even read the original post. That is what the pylon problem is exactly. People often join the mood before they join the facts. Got a listener comment here off the website, Aaron from Mississauga. I think kindness online looks like slowing down, but the platforms are built to make slowing down feel unnatural. Yes, beautifully put. Thank you for that. Architecture matters. And that may be one of the cleanest definitions of the whole problem. Because kindness isn't just about being nice. It's refusing to turn every disagreement into public theatre. It's choosing proportion over applause. Can kindness survive the internet? Yeah, I think it can, but not accidentally. It survives when people deliberately choose restraint, context, humility, and humanity over instant performance. And that brings us to another bigger question. What about media, business, and creativity more broadly? Can you build anything strong without becoming ruthless? It's a solid question. Have a think, and we'll get back into the music. This is Melt by Poison Oak.
Put my brain in a pan with Kool-Aid on the side, with my fears on the rise. Oh, fire it up. Put my foil on my head, sinking piss in the shed. Now I'm ready to melt. Oh, the bullshit that I read has sucked me on my feet, with my head spinning double time. No quarantine, please. The good news to my friends, all the facts that I bend. No science, fluoride, common sense, and melted up in. Melt me down and save me from the real life. From everything I know is true. Watch me fall today to pick you up again another day. Dictator day, he got you on a band. He put the F in fluoride, brains in a pan. Sleuth on the web, but you're cooked in the head. Tinfoil culture, war, fake news makes your bed. And I want to know when everything Townsville became a shit show. And I want to know why tariffs took the world by storm and screwed us on. Now Trump's in our head. Melt me down and save me from the real love. Everything I know is true. Let me slide and pick me up another day. My brain, it's up and down the drain. Melt me down and melt me down.
How to have a good day. Basement Alchemy here on the Kindness Revolution show. On CCAN Radio, welcome to Read It, Reddit, Threadit, where we ask some hard-hitting questions, discuss a few things, get your opinions, and see if we can learn something in the last hour of the show. So let's widen the lens a bit. Because one of the mistakes I think people make with kindness is they confine it to just private life. They think of it as something personal, domestic, interpersonal, a trait for relationship, families, friendships, maybe the occasional awkward Uber conversation. But I think kindness matters in public systems too, in media, in business, leadership, creative work, collaboration, in the structures people live inside every day. And I think that matters precisely because those spaces are under constant pressure to become impersonal. Everything gets optimized, measured, everything gets monetized, sped up, everything becomes scale, output, visibility, leverage, reach, growth, efficiency, positioning. And none of those things are automatically bad, but once they become detached from humanity, people start getting treated like raw material. That is always the danger. You can see it in the media so clearly. Media doesn't just reflect culture, it trains culture. What it repeats becomes familiar, what it rewards becomes desirable, what it normalizes becomes ordinary, what it laughs at becomes easier to dismiss, and what it amplifies becomes the emotional weather people start living in. That's a lot of power. So when media consistently rewards contempt, outrage, cheap certainty, humiliation, conflict without understanding, or emotional spectacle dressed up as seriousness, that tone spreads. People absorb it. And then, after a while, a culture can forget what honest, humane communication ever sounded like. Everything becomes sharper, hotter, faster, more performative, less patient, less curious, less forgiving of complexity. And that's why media integrity does matter so much. Not because it's a nice phrase to put on a poster, not because it sounds noble in a mission statement. I mean, it does, but that's not the point. But because bad media damages trust. And trust is one of the few things almost every meaningful system depends on. And once trust goes, everything becomes more brittle. Audiences stop believing, creators start posturing, communities start fragmenting, serious issues get flattened into entertainment, and people stop asking, is this true? And start asking, is this useful to my side? And that's not a healthy place for any culture to live. And creators feel this pressure too. Because being a creator now often means being pushed towards constant visibility, constant engagement, constant self-explanation, pressure and output. You're not just being asked to make something good, you're asked to package yourself around it, market yourself around it, perform around it, monetize, narrate, sometimes practically become customer service, publicity, product, and person all at once. And it is exhausting. And one of the risks of that environment is everything becomes transactional. Every conversation becomes networking. Every person has a potential opportunity. Interaction becomes strategic. Audience becomes data. Collaboration becomes leverage. And that's where kindness becomes structurally important, not just emotionally nice. Because kindness pushes back against that flattening. It reminds a creator that the audience is made of people, not just numbers. It reminds collaborators that credit matters. It reminds teams that trust is part of the work. It reminds everyone involved that there is a difference between building a scene and extracting from one. That matters. Because some people build audience, others build communities. And those aren't the same thing. An audience can be harvest. A community has to be respected. An audience can be excited temporarily. A community has to feel safe enough to stay. An audience can be impressed. A community has to feel seen. And that's where kindness shows up in creative work. Not as softness, not as sentimentality, not as vague niceness, but as respect. Respect for people's attention, for the truth, for collaborators, for the emotional effect of what you put into the world has on people. Respect for the fact that influence carries responsibility. And the same thing applies to a business. There's this kind of lazy assumption floating around that kindness and competitiveness are enemies. That humane leadership means low standards, weak boundaries, fuzzy expectations, and a room full of people nodding supportively while absolutely nothing gets done on time. And that's not kindness, that's drift. Real kindness in business is often more sharper than that. It might mean clarity. It might mean honest feedback delivered without contempt. It might not mean wasting people's time. Mean paying fairly. It might not mean building a system that quietly runs on hidden burnout while calling itself high performance in a LinkedIn post written by someone who hasn't slept since 2022. That's not softness, that's intelligence. Because short-term pressure can produce output, but long-term trust produces resilience. And I think that's something a lot of organizations miss, and I think we all miss it in our daily lives from time to time. Fear can make people comply, but fear rarely makes people bring their best thinking. Contempt can create hierarchy, but it rarely creates loyalty. And panic does create urgency, but it usually demolishes judgment. So when people say business is business in that tone that suggests human reality is being cancelled for administrative reasons, I always think, yes, but it's the people who are still doing the business. People make the calls. People absorb the pressure. People take that stress home. People decide whether culture feels safe, dead, energizing, cynical, fair, manipulative, and essentially whether it's worth staying in or not. And kindness shapes that, not by removing standards, but by civilizing them. That's the distinction. Kindness in a system does not mean lowering expectations. It means expectations delivered with fairness, proportion, and respect for human dignity. And honestly, a lot of what passes for tough leadership is just a poor emotional regulation with a better suit than you. Sometimes leaders aren't strategic, they're simply intimidating. Some businesses are not efficient, they're merely extractive. Some media voices aren't strong, they're just yelling. And some creators aren't disciplined, they are simply relentless in ways that make everyone around them tired. Because culture loves performance, and these things often get rewarded for a while. That's the hard part. Cynical systems can look strong in the short term. Extractive systems can look efficient. Fear-based environments can look disciplined. Abrasiveness can look like standards. But over time, emotional debt becomes true. Trust erodes, resentment builds, good people detach, creativity narrows, communication becomes defensive, and everyone starts saying less than they mean and feeling more than they say. And that's how cultures decay. And I think kindness matters because it interrupts that process. It doesn't eliminate the friction. It makes the friction survivable. It doesn't remove any difficulty. It just makes difficulty less dehumanizing. And I mean, it doesn't mean you're not going to be challenged. It just means the challenge does not automatically become humiliation. And that's a huge difference because every meaningful system has pressure. Every team has deadlines. Every creative process has an ego and insecurity from it. I speak from experience. Every business has tension. Every media space has conflict. Every movement has a disagreement. The question is not whether pressure exists. The question is what kind of tone pressure produces. Does it produce fear, vanity, and contempt? Or does it produce seriousness without dehumanization? And that, to me, is where the kindness belongs. Not outside ambition, inside it. Not against excellence, but inside how excellence is pursued. And I know some people hear this and all think, that sounds nice, but can humane people actually win? And I think yes. Not always the fastest win, not always the loudest win, not always the most immediately viral or glamorous way, but I think humane systems are more durable than cynical ones because trust compounds and resentment compounds too. And a lot of people are living inside a system that underestimates how expensive resentment really is. Resentment kills initiative, it kills loyalty, openness, the willingness to go beyond the minimum, kills creativity because people stop risking honesty environments that punish vulnerability. And if your system keeps producing that, then whatever else it's producing is failing at something important. So let me put the question directly. Can a creator, a company, a community, or a movement stay humane and still win? Because I think the answer to that determines what kind of future people believe is possible. If the answer is no, then cynicism becomes the default strategy. If the answer is yes, then kindness stops being decorative and becomes structural. And that's where tonight's theme, I think, really deepens, because kindness is not about nice one-to-one. It's about refusing to build systems that actually succeed by stripping the humanity out of everyone inside them. So let's see what Reddit had to say on these questions. One comment here: the most toxic workplaces always call themselves high performance. That, like, it's excusing acting feral. I mean, I like the fact that they use the word feral, makes me chuckle, but it's often true. Another comment here: you can often tell a lot about a creator by how they treat people who can't do anything for them. Yeah, that's definitely a fantastic test of character. And a couple of listener comments here. Nina from Guelph: the best boss I ever had was kind, clear, and firm. You always knew where you stood, and that made everyone work better. And Rob via the chat on the website says, I stopped following creators I liked because they started treating their audience like an algorithm instead of actual people. I think that's one of the clearest modern warning signs. People can feel when they're being farmed. So that's beautifully said, Rob. Thank you. So when we ask whether humane people can still win, I think the better question might be, what kind of win are we talking about? Fast, flashy, extractive, brittle, or durable, trusted, human, and repeatable? Because cynical systems often look strong right up until they start collapsing under the emotional debt they created. And after all of that, the biggest question is still the simplest one. What does kindness actually look like tomorrow? I'm not entirely sure. But let's go. This is Bleaker here on the Kindness Revolution show on CCAN Radio.
I think I've even seen a ghost. I climb the ivory tower
It's just part of life. I'm here to lift you up and make it right. Life doesn't come with instructions. Keep on walking your path. Eventually you'll see the light.
Eventually you'll see the light. Crois-toi, cherche, crois-toi.
Believe in You, Austere, here on the Kindness Revolution show on CKN Radio. I'm your host, Gavin the Brit, and we're into our final thread of Read It, Read It, Thread It. But just before that, I got a message here from Michael who says, when I got my first job, I had a charismatic boss. When he retired, he was asked what, in his view, made a good manager. And he said, letting people fail, but being there to catch and support them when they do. That is kindness. I think I like that. Yeah, I agree. 100%. Thank you for that one. So now we got out of sort of the work and the media and all of that. The closer of today is like, so after all of the philosophy, the internet, the media, the business, the ego, the performance, the pressure, I think we arrive at the most ordinary question of the night, and in some ones, maybe even the most important one. What does kindness actually look like tomorrow morning? Not in theory, not as a value statement, not as a sentence people post over a sunrise before immediately cutting someone off in traffic and flipping the bird. I mean, actually in practice. Because this is where big ideas either become real or remain decorative. And kindness, if it's going to matter at all, has to survive contact with ordinary life. That's the test. Not whether we admire kindness. Most people say they do. The real question is whether kindness can still direct behavior when life becomes inconvenient, repetitive, rushed, irritating, unfair, boring, or emotionally overcrowded. Because that's where most of life happens. Not in dramatic cinematic moments, not in speeches, not in massive moral crossroads with orchestral music and choice between light and darkness. Come to the dark side, we have cookies. But mostly life happens in tired moments, small moments, mundane moments, moments where you're carrying stress that nobody else can see and someone asks one more thing of you than you wanted to give. That's where kindness starts to matter. And I think one reason people underestimate it is because they expect it to look grand. But most of the time, it is small. It looks like tone. It looks like timing, restraint. It looks like not passing your bad mood on like it's a cursed family heirloom. That matters more than people think, because ordinary cruelty was one of the most common pollutants in life. The snap reply, the unnecessary edge, the sarcastic dismissal, the eye roll in verbal form, the little contempt people sprinkle on into daily interactions as if irritation were a personality. None of those moments seem huge on their own, but they accumulate, and that's the problem. They shape rooms, relationships, they shape workplace atmosphere, they shape what feels normal in a family. They shape whether people feel safe enough to speak honestly or whether they start shrinking, bracing, and editing themselves. And kindness works the same way too. It also accumulates. Patience accumulates, fairness accumulates, good humor accumulates, listening accumulates. The amount of times I say accumulates. And after a while, that becomes culture. That becomes the emotional climate people live in. So when I asked what kindness looks like tomorrow morning, I'm not asking for sainthood. I'm asking for intention, because kindness is not about becoming harmless. It's not about becoming vague. It's not about never disagreeing. And it's certainly not about drifting around the world like a soft focus apology with shoes. Kindness is about becoming something intentional, how you carry your strength. That matters. It might look like patience, not infinite patience, not martyrdom, not standing there while someone treats you like a suggestion rather than a person. Just the kind of patience that says, I do not need to let this moment of frustration become someone else's wound. And that's serious discipline. It's very difficult. It might look like truthful encouragement, not flattery, not empty positivity, not saying, you've got this, to someone who's clearly in the middle of a logistical and spiritual collapse. I mean real encouragement, specific, honest, grounded, the kind that says, I see what is good in you, or you handled that better than you think, or this part of your work is genuinely strong. That can alter a person's day completely, sometimes more. It might look like defending someone who isn't in the room. And for me, that one feels especially important because there are fewer, clearer tests on character than what people do with the absent. When someone's not there to reply, not there to explain, not there to defend themselves, what do you add? Do you sharpen the knife? Do you join in for a social glue? Do you take a cheap laugh? Or do you quietly refuse to build intimacy out of contempt? I think that matters enormously. It's one of those places where kindness can look almost invisible while doing very real work. It might look like listening properly, not waiting for your turn to speak, not skimming someone emotionally while half checking your phone and composing your own response in advance, and not turning every conversation into a runaway for your own relevance. Real listening is one of the simplest forms of dignity. It says, for this moment, I am not reducing you to background noise while I prepare my own entrance. In a world full of noise, that's not nothing. That's rare enough to now almost feel slightly radical. It might look like a healthy boundary. Again, important, because one of the most unhelpful myths around kindness is it means endless availability. It does not. Sometimes the kindest thing you can do is say no before resentment hardens. Sometimes the kindest thing you can do is to be clear, to say, I can't do that. That's not okay. I care, but I can't keep carrying it in this form. I'm not abandoning you, but I'm drawing a line. That's not cruelty. That's kindness with a spine. And frankly, a lot of suffering comes from people trying to be nice long after, honestly, they would have been kinder. Because false peace is expensive. It looks calm, but it stores damage. And then finally, kindness might look like restraint. And I think restraint is one of the most underrated virtues in the modern world. Not saying the most devastating thing available, not posting clever cruelty, not escalating because escalation is easy, and not weaponizing your intelligence every time you feel exposed. That's strength, because intelligence without restraint becomes brutality very quickly. Having a sharp mind is a gift, but if it's always used to dominate, expose, belittle, or humiliate, then whatever brilliance is there gets bent into something smaller. I think that's one of the quiet themes underneath tonight's whole show. Kindness is not the opposite of strength. It's one of the highest uses of your strength. It says, I have force, but I do not worship it. I have standards, but I do not need contempt to enforce them. I have opinions, but I do not need to take every disagreement as someone punching me emotionally. I have a voice, but I do not need to make other people feel lesser in order to hear it. And that's maturity. And maybe that's what a lot of this comes down to. Not perfection, not nicest, not branding ourselves as good people in a flattering moral light. Maturity. The ability to remain human under pressure. The ability to refuse the little seductions of cruelty. The ability to tell the truth without making humiliation your favorite seasoning. The ability to carry boundaries, standards, and convictions without turning them into an armor that blocks out every softer part of you. That matters because the world will give you endless reasons to become harder in the wrong way, to become more reactive, more performative, impatient, suspicious, to become casually mean because casual meanness now passes for sophistication in more places than it should. And I think that's part of the work, maybe the huge part of it. It's refusing to let the world make you smaller in that way, refusing to let pressure turn you cruel, refusing to let cynicism become your whole personality, and refusing to let speed strip the care out of your speech. Not perfectly, just deliberately. So I've got a couple of Reddit comments here. Kindness is the easiest to admire and the hardest to practice when you're tired. Yeah, I'd say that might be the most honest sentence of the night. Another comment here. The older I get, the more I think kindness is mostly about self-control. Real wisdom right there for you folks. Not suppression, self-command. And another comment here. Sometimes kindness is not just passing your bad mood on, like, yeah, that's fair. So two comments here. We've got someone here all the way from Alberta. Thanks very much, Priya, via the chat on the website. Kindness for me is trying not to let the world make me mean. And I think that is probably the best line to end on, because maybe that is the work. Not perfection, not performance, not image, just refusing repeatedly to let pressure turn you cruel. Kindness isn't abstract, and that's why this matters. Thank you so much for joining me today here on the Kindness Revolution show. I've been your host, Gavin the Brit. It's been a fun time, and what have we learnt? Well, kindness matters, so be kind. And be kind to yourself, because in this day and age, it is very difficult to be kind to yourself because everything's telling you you're awful, you're late, you're wrong. Blah. Don't let it get to you too much. Because, I mean, let's face it, Ricky Gervais makes the best joke about it all. He basically says, when God was inventing us all and was talking to people about us, it's like, oh, it's going to have the smartest brain, but eventually get scared of words. We'll be talking more about that next Monday. Tomorrow, the future of farming, which is going to lead us up to our first interview of 2026 next Tuesday. But until then, thank you so much for joining me. I've been your host, Gavin the Brit. This is the Kindness Revolution show, and you're listening to CCAN Radio. Until tomorrow at 5, bye-bye.
We'll be right back.